Yeah. Long time no see. How you doing there? We have one person in here right now. Hey, salute to you. In today's video, I'm going to just jump right into this. I think I'm going to do this every month. We're going to talk about the secret sorcery portals of March. Now, yes, I probably should have came out with this at the beginning of March because there's a lot. There's still more coming. Okay. In your working, if you are a sorcerer, magician, mage, whatever the hell you call yourself, you want to take advantage of the timing of things. If you can prepare, do that. Okay. So that way you're not rushing, you're not doing all this, like you're prepared for things. And isn't that what success is when preparation meets opportunity? Well, I'm going to give you some important days that are coming up. Okay. And we still have a couple of these going on here in March. All right. That you can take advantage of. I'm also going to be giving you a spell that you can do on that particular day. And you can feel free to alter that if you wish. All right. So without further to do, I think we're just going to get into it. For those of you watching the rebroadcast, you'll thank me. All right. So the first secret sorcery portal. That's right. For those of you just coming on, we're going to be discussing important dates. You know, there's a timing to things, right? And sometimes that timing can make the difference between successful spell work or not so successful spell work. And also, if there are certain days which are more beneficial to whatever it is that you want to do, why not take advantage of that? Okay. Also, yes, this is brought to you by the Golden Egg of Destiny, as you see behind me. We're going to get into that. I'll let you know about that. This is the spring equinox ritual, and it is coming up in just a few days. All right. So as I said, we're going to be talking about specific portals that are still remaining in March. We already missed a bunch. There was a bunch of different, what I like to call sorcery portals for March. We're halfway through the month. Okay. We got some big ones coming. So let's get into this and see what the hell's going on. All right. So the first sorcery portal, secret sorcery portal that you may want to use, you may want to utilize, you definitely want to utilize, especially for your finances on this one. We have one coming up, and that's tomorrow, I believe, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. And, you know, this day is infused with quote unquote luck and symbolism. And, you know, obviously green is a huge part of this day as well. So it's one of them collective days that because so many people around the world observe this, and whatever we observe, we are given our energy to. So you can actually look also at like a day like St. Patrick's Day as its own kind of thought form, but it's like it's a portal that comes along. Most people don't really observe it. They don't think much about it. You know what I'm saying? But you can take advantage of it. And it's also on a, no, excuse me. It's on a Thursday, I thought. Is it on a Thursday? I'm over here looking and shit. No, it's tomorrow. So a spell that you can do tomorrow, okay, for St. Patrick's Day is what I like to call a pot of gold attraction spell. Now, you can use a regular bowl for this spell. Also, you're going to want to get a pen and paper for this shit. Ladies, you can rewatch this and, you know, as you're masturbating, try and take notes, okay? This is called the pot of attraction spell. Okay, this is a nice little spell for you to do. Get some cash coming in real fast, utilizing the power of St. Patrick's Day. I'm not even going to get into the other symbolism with this day. All right, as far as like, the leprechaun thing and all that stuff like that. But this particular spell, we're going to call the pot of gold attraction spell. And what you're going to need for this particular spell is a gold candle. You can substitute a gold candle with a yellow candle if you have it. A green candle, a bowl of coins, it could be pennies, dimes, nickels, whatever. You can even put in some paper currency, and you can also put your debit card specifically because your debit card is attached to your bank. In other words, what you have. Cinnamon powder. I would suggest Ceylon cinnamon if you can get it, but if not, use the regular cheapy ass cinnamon. You're going to make this work. And of course, your written command. All right, for the simulation. Okay, because that's what we're doing. We're rewriting the sim here with this day. All right. So what you want to do is you want to light the candles. All right. You want to hold the coins in your hand. You want to hold the money in your hand. You want to hold whatever that you're going to put in this bowl. You could put a gold cloth over the bowl as well before you put everything in it. But just make sure the bowl is also a bowl that you have consecrated for spell work. In other words, you're not going to go eat spaghetti out of this bowl next week. Okay. It needs to be set aside. It needs to be consecrated for this type of work. So you want to light the candles, your green and gold candle or your green and yellow candle. Hold the coins in your hand. Okay. I would say in your left hand. And then you want to take the cinnamon and you want to sprinkle them over. And this is more so of I call it a template chant. It works. You can also create your own. All right. But fortune flows, wealth appears, luck and gold draw ever near. And you want to just kind of just keep saying that. I like to also, this is just a miscellaneous thing. I don't know if it's just me or whatever, but I find I get into a certain rhythm when I move in a figure eight. So as you see here, I'm gently, this is a very small figure eight, but it helps to kind of entrance me as well. So it gets me into that alpha state as well. All right. So, and then what you want to do with the bowl, you want to keep the bowl near your front door or where money flows into your life. Okay. And that's for tomorrow, March 17th. That's that St. Patrick's Day flex. All right. So if you want to take advantage of that, March 17th is the first secret sorcery portal. All right. The next secret sorcery portal, a lot of people don't know about it, is the day before the equinox. One of the reasons is that rebirth energy is already present on the 19th. It's really starting to get strong because it's almost the day of the equinox. Okay. And if you take the month and the day, 3/19, that equals 13. All right. Now, as it relates to, like, let's say tarot, right? That's kind of like a death card. All right. Or endings, making way for new beginnings. And that is what spring is all about. Spring is about rebirth. And we are riding with nature in the rhythm of nature. But we'll get there. Hold on. So, and 1 + 3 is also 4. All right. Which stabilizes your manifestation energy. All right. You want to stabilize your manifestation energy also. All right. So what you could do on this day is something that I like to say more so like an old to new transformation ritual. An old to new transformation ritual. Only thing basically you're going to need for this ritual is a black candle some bay leaves, and a fire safe dish. All right. So what you want to do is you want to write down something outdated in your life. Preferably, I would say something about yourself. Maybe you notice you have some pretty shitty habits, but there's one in particular that's really getting in your way. Maybe you do a lot of procrastinating or escapism, right? You could spend a little time with that. Like, why am I, what is it? What do I have to believe in order to procrastinate? Every time it comes down to me doing what I know I need to do, because I guarantee you right now, each and every one of you, you really actually kind of know what it is that you need to do or what is for you to do. Like, chances are you've already done plenty of other spells, or you've done other manifestation shit, and your spirit has said, hey, go and do this, but you're intimidated by it. So you keep trying to do everything else and asking again and again. And it's like your divine self, if you will, that divine aspect of you is already said, bitch, I already told you what to do. You're just not doing it. It feels like a huge elephant in the room. Well, you can use a spell like this. Okay. So once again, what you will need is a black candle, some bay leaves. Maybe there's a few things. Write each one of those things on a bay leaf. All right. Now, you want to write down something outdated, such as a limiting belief, a habit, or a financial block. If you notice, every time you go to cast a spell about money, or even if you want to just sit there and like do some Neville Goddard shit or something, and then there's always that like critical, it's either a voice and or a feeling that really just kind of deflates the wind out of your sails. You want to head into that to see what exactly that is. All right. So once you get that, you can write down the essence of that on the bay leaf. All right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to burn the bay leaves. And as they turn to ash, you can say something akin to this. What was is gone. What will be is strong. I rise anew through and through. And you can kind of just meditate with that, chant with that. Once again, of course, you can also come up with your own. These are very, very simplistic. Just make sure it means something to you. You know what I'm saying? The next secret sorcery portal or day that would be advantageous to take advantage of course, is March 20th, which is our good old-fashioned spring equinox. Yes, let's hear it for the end of winter. Fuck you, winter. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I know we need the death period and all that. I'm a 9 all the way around, so like I am the representation of death and closures and completions, though, also. And every ending is a new beginning. It cannot be otherwise. All right, so what is it about the equinox, this spring equinox, that is so fucking delicious, in my opinion? Well, for one, you have equal day, equal night on this particular day. All right, because we're about to ride off into the sun. We're about to get that summertime shit going on. Okay, let me contain myself here. So what you could do, and of course, I mean, spring is nature's new year. It's the actual new year. It's the real new year. So we already did a kind of like a road opening during the dead of fucking winter. So this particular golden egg of destiny ritual that we're going to be getting into on this particular day that you will be doing more once. Let me tell you this first, and then I'll get into the golden egg of destiny ritual. All right. So obviously new beginnings, fertility. Okay. Abundance and, success are at peak potency here. All right. And when I say success and abundance, I'm not just talking about money. Maybe some of you actually wanting to like really increase and ramp up your magical or your sorcery power. There are other things more important than money is definitely important, but let's keep things in perspective because you're the one who makes the money. You give it its value. All right. So I'm going to give you a spell for this. This is kind of going along with, our spell, but this is a more simplified version. It's called the Golden Egg of Abundance spell. The Golden Egg of Abundance. Now, what are you going to need for this? You can get an egg, a real egg, if you want. You can get a real egg, or you can get one of them plastic ones, which are all over the place right now. So you can get a plastic one. Of course, make it gold, or make sure it's gold if you can get it gold. If it's a real egg, or if it's plastic and it doesn't happen to be gold, you can paint them gold. And what you're going to do is you're going to write a desire. I would say make this a more foundational desire for yourself, because this is a very particular kind of energy here. This portal right here is all encompassing. So you're going to want to write this desire, this command. Like when you're programming a computer, what are you doing? You're typing in commands. This is a fucking sim. Wrap your head around that. It's a sim. Okay. So you are commanding the sim. All right. We're not petitioning. We're not begging. We're not groveling. We're not even asking. We are commanding. All right. So you want to write your command on a slip of paper. You can write several if you want. I already heard you. Yes, you can. All right. Place it inside the egg if it's a plastic one, or you can place it underneath the real egg, which you painted gold. And you're going to hold it in your hands, right? Especially if it's a real egg. You can program eggs, Eggs are extremely programmable, but we'll get to that. So you want to hold the egg in your hands. And what I like to do is sometimes create maybe a little like a little collage in my head of quick snips of like what I'm seeing, as even if I'm like remembering very recent successes, right? Just snips of out of my eyes. Also, what you're hearing, the more, of course, sensory acuity you can add to this, the better, because you want to get that into the mammalian brain back there. So you want to hold that and just don't be in a rush. Just sit with this. Like, just keep playing that back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Right. And you're going to feel something start to well up. I feel it's more so even like a release in a way, right? Because if it already happened, then it's like a release. Imagine when you have like a surplus, all the bills are paid, all that stuff like that. And you could walk in. I could walk into that store and pretty much get what I want. And you notice how you don't want as much shit when it's like that. So you could do that. All right. So you're gonna want to sit with this egg, and you want to hold this egg, and you want to do as I just said. And you could say something to the effect, this is more of a template incantation. All right. As the seed cracks, so too my wealth grows. As light returns, so does my fortune. And you can just kind of like say something like that. Or if you got something else that's more personal, obviously that's going to work probably even better, And then, of course, you can go. I would say if you have a tree that you like, or a tree that catches your attention, if there's a plot of like ground there, or if it's like you can go to a park or something, plant that egg next to that tree. You know what I'm saying? Give that tree some love, and there you go. Because this is more of like I don't want to say a sustainable manifestation. It's not like I mean, you could do a quick cash one too if you want to. All right. We do have a couple comments popping up here. Let me take just a quick break. Smooth, what's going on, brother? Yeah, tonight it is what it is. Fuck it. Welcome, sir. All right. Now, if you are already a Master Your Magic Now member, you will be taking part in this, should you so choose. This is the Golden Egg of Destiny. This is a very, very special ritual. Okay. And if you're ready, if you have a particular kind of stagnancy that you're ready, you want to break out of your shell, pun intended. This is going to be the ritual for you, and I'm going to tell you why. All right. So with this particular ritual, one of the things that is the most dynamic part of this ritual is you're going to prove your sorceric abilities, okay? Because you're going to be making a prophecy in this ritual. And you're also going to witness this prophecy literally come fucking probably might be slapping you across the face. You know what I'm saying? In your actual reality. And most of you are what you really, really need. You need an experience. You need some kind of success reference point when it comes to all this magic shit. If you're just reading books, watching videos, doing all this shit, that's really not going to do nothing. Information in and of itself does not change you. When you take the information and you use this information, and you create an experience. When you have an experience, that's when you are instantly changed. That's what the Bible is talking about when it says change in the twinkling of an eye. Okay? An experience. And that's exactly one of the things we're going to do here with this particular ritual. This ritual also is harnessing rebirth energy, the rebirth energy of the spring equinox. That's what's so powerful, because we're coming out of this dead winter shit. And everything from last and the previous cycle of what we call last year, we are rebirthing, okay? Being born again. Hallelujah. This is also, you can look at this also as another road opening. I'm not calling it a road opening, but it is very much so a road opener type of ritual. All right. Now, you when you join, if you want to join this ritual and you're an outsider right now, one of the other things that you're going to get, a bonus, is 30 free days access to the Master Your Magic Now. Okay, that's bonus package number one. So you get to have the ritual, you get to participate in the ritual, and you also get 30 free days. All right. After that, there is the regular monthly membership, but you can cancel at any time. All right. The other bonus package, and I am so excited about these. I actually have these. I use my own product, folks. I am my own product. Are these. We're pretty much sold out of these, but I think I'm going to extend this because there's so much going on in March that I'm going to extend these, and I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to see if this camera is going to be able to pick this shit up good. I'm going to probably have to make a separate one, but yeah, these are my babies, man. I love these. These have been working so overtime, and it doesn't require anything of me. There is a bonus package also that you can get: the ritual, the 30 free days access, and of course you get half off. These are the Shangorian shoe talismans. You'll notice that they're two different cards because they are specifically and specially programmed to your specific intention as to why you want these. One of them goes in your right shoe, and the other one goes on your left shoe. these are going to create also, they're specifically casted and enchanted over. Each one is different. Okay. It's a positive and a negative. So we are creating this magnetic fucking circuit on one of the most important chakras that you have, your foot chakra. Okay. And what I love about these is these don't require any extra time. When you get yours, these are ready to go right out the fucking envelope, right out the box. Hey, Deacon is Smacky. Yes, Brother Smooth, you're already in there. You're taken care of. Oh, Brother Smooth, you kind of fucked up. I don't know if you check your texts, but I asked you, what is your specific intention for yours? And I have not received an answer, so I can't proceed. But we are, like I said, there's plenty of, there's several major sorcery portals here still remaining in the month of March. So I will be taking advantage of that, but I need you to text me and let me know what you want yours for specifically. All right. But like I said, you also get, I knew they'd do that. See, the one that goes in the right, these are for money and financial mastery, more specifically, not just money. It's a whole other thing, right? And I'm also utilizing my birth card. I'm utilizing specific, special, and secret geometric formulas and sigils for this as well. Like I said, there's a whole process for this. So you definitely want to take advantage of this. You can find that all. Go to masteryourmagic.com. You're going to see this golden egg thing on the top. You just click on the picture, or you can check the description of this video and get it. That's fine, Smooth. Take your time, not too much time, but yeah. No rush though. If you need to take a little bit more time, when you got it, because you'll feel like, yeah, this. You know what I'm saying? This. That's how you know. All right. So that's what you're going to do. But but getting back to the secret sorcery portals of March, okay, obviously March 20th, the spring equinox is a very important one. And you definitely want to take advantage of that. All right. So moving along from that, we have the day after. This is an interesting one. Okay. This is an interesting one. We have March 21st, 3, 2, 1. Notice that 3, 2, 1. There's 1, 2, 3, and then there's 3, 2, 1. Ever wonder why they do countdowns like 3, 2, 1 as opposed to 1, 2, 3? There is a secret science also in using the reversal of numbers. See, when you transform, like let's say, everything that is written down can be turned into a number. All right. These computers are proof of that as well, but it goes on and on and on. When you arrive at a specific number, especially if you indulge in the art and science of gematria, there's a lot of different ciphers that you can use. In other words, that the letters are assigned specific numbers, and then you come up with a number. So let's say you come up with an intention or a command for something that you want to do, and that gives you a particular number, right? Sometimes you might notice, you'll notice also there's the number just straight away, and then there's the reversal of a number. A lot of people don't know this about gematria, but the reversals are important because the reversals, what they really deal with are the hidden side of that particular statement that you made, right? So you can go online and you can use a gematria calculator, and you can put in, I want to manifest whatever, or I manifest whatever, however you state it, right? And then you're going to get that number, but you're going to notice certain different ciphers, what they call. And these are like certain number codes that go with each letter, but they're different for each cipher. So the reversals reveal a lot about what's hidden in that particular statement, all right, or in your particular intention or desire or something about you, right? So the thing also, another thing with 321, there's a name for it. It's slipping my mind right now, but it's a name for like a mirror something, because you got 1, 2, 3, then you got 3, 2, 1, right? So we're coming out of the equinox day, and then this day right here also it comes out to 6, okay, which is obviously a harmony day. It's also a manifestation number because it's basically 9. It's a reverse 9, and 9 is that number. So, so anyways, here is a spell. You can also look at it kind of like a 369, because it's along the lines of the 369, because you know 21 adds up to 3, but 3 plus 3 is 6, and then 2025 is 9, right? So it's along the lines of the 369 type of thing. So what you might want to do is, on this particular day, if you can get 3 gold coins, this is what you want: 3 gold coins. You want a red pouch, a little red pouch, or you can make a little pouch out of just a little piece of red cloth that you could get, right? And then a candle. You can actually even use a white candle for this one. All right. So you're going to hold the coins, and you're going to say your intention, whatever that is that you are casting for this particular day. You could just say it 3 times, like shortly after you wake up, 6 times in your afternoon. I say it like that because my afternoon might be like 8 o'clock at night. That's like my afternoon. And then, of course, 9 times before you go to bed. And you can keep the pouch with you in your wallet and or put it under your pillow. All right. But this is also about getting to the real root of, like, because a lot of times we have these desires and intentions, but there is something that we actually really want, and we may not be consciously aware of that. And so, these hidden things are, you could say, I don't want to say it's easier, but it's a lot more advantageous to work with them hidden aspects, because those are the most powerful aspects of you, the hidden ones. All right. No, hot chocolate, it is not. We are still in it right now. You can go there right now. Check out the page. Like I said, it's in the description box, or you can go to masteryourmagicnow.com. I would type it. But no, it's there. You can definitely take advantage of this now. And like I said, we have the package for the basic ritual package. If you're not already a member, you will be able to join the ritual. It's only $59. And you also get 30 days free access to Master Your Magic Now. And we're going to be Discording next week, Smooth, next Sunday. So yeah, that's going to be good. It's a sorcery coaching call on Discord. It's kind of like a sorcery party. But then the other packages, you can also get your own shoe talismans. Okay, one for your left foot, one for your right foot, ready to go out the fucking box. And it doesn't require any extra time. It doesn't require your fucking belief. Every step you take kinetically charges these talismans. All right. They also will continue to empower all your other workings. So let's say you get one for finances or for money, right? You want a pair for that. All your other finance and money work, let's say maybe there's another working you need to do because you need a certain particular amount, you need it kind of fast, whatever. You got these in your shoe, and I'm telling you, you don't even remember these are in your shoe. You don't even remember they are durable as fuck. I guarantee that you're not going to put more steps on yours than I have on mine, because I've been hitting 15,000 steps a day. And if you know, you know. Okay, these are durable as fuck, and they're very unintrusive. And yeah, they're like my favorite, and I'm loving them, and I'm having a really good time making these. We've already kind of sold out, but I'm going to extend it to the end of March, put it that way. So you can get yours also. Part of the package is you get them for 50% off. So like, It's a great deal. All right. You're back in Kuwait. You're back in Kuwait? Is that where you be posting all them like gym videos? You know I'm a fan. Nicholas Davis, shout out, sir. What's up, God? All right. So the next secret sorcery portal that you can take advantage of, right? Because sorcery is also about taking advantage of like where are we at, right? What's the number today? What's the energy? What's the frequency? The numbers of the days and all that other stuff does relate what kind of frequency we're in. It's kind of the same thing as like if you looked at it like weather, right? If you know it's going to rain, then you can make other preparations. You can have an umbrella, you can do other things, right? You're not taken off guard by things. You can prepare. It's really simple, and it helps you to be more precise and more efficient in getting what you desire. That's why I'm telling you this. All right. So the next secret sorcery portal is March 22nd. March 22nd. All right. Now, this is a very infamous number. It is also the number of the skull and bones. As you may or may not have heard, the secret elite um, faction that a lot of people were in, what is it, Yale or something like that? I don't know. All the presidents and all that shit, they all in it. A lot of different things have happened on that particular date. If you do a little research on, it's more of a worldwide type of thing. So there's a very expansive energy with this as well. The other thing about 22, yes, hot chocolate. I remember. I'm not gonna. Well, if you want the shoe talismans, then yes, I'm gonna follow your direction as to where I can send them. But if you're just joining the ritual, and there's nothing for me to send you. Okay, Nicholas Davis, I expect to see you, brother. Anyways, so with March 22nd, first of all, let's take the actual day, right? March 22nd is a Master Builder Day, right? So this is for making what makes this day potent is like for long-term wealth. You know, short steps, long vision. So the grander vision that you have, right? Maybe you want to build a multi-million dollar type of company, or even you can even apply this to, let's say, a particular kind of body you want, right? It's going to take a little bit of time, right? It might take you a longer bit of time depending on where you're at, where you're starting from, but you have a grander vision, right? So these this particular day has to do with that kind of energy. All right. Let's see here. So, and it's also a day for major shifts. Let me see. 322, that's 7 plus 9 is 16, which is of course 7. But oh yeah. And also 7 is that number. If you're going to take one number, 7 is the number that takes something that's hidden and reveals it, especially about yourself. 7 always leads you back to yourself. So for example, let's say you're having a problem and you're like, man, I keep attracting these fucking bums or these fucking bop ass bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And they don't respect me, right? And then so the number 7 will bring about an insight to you where it's like, well, here's how you haven't been respecting yourself. All right. So how do you expect others to give you what you're not giving to yourself? That type of thing. All right. So here's a spell. I like to call this the Master Builder spell. And you can do this on the 22nd. For those of you who don't know and want to see the other dates that we still have left in March, you can watch the rebroadcast of this. And, every date that I'm mentioning, I'm also giving you a spell that you can do on that date. All right. So what you want to do is what you're going to need for the Master Builder Success Ritual is you can start with just a green candle. All right. Get you a green candle and a written command, of course. Remember, big vision. Something that can't just, it's not just something that you can, let's say you want to be a lawyer. That's a big vision thing. You're going to have to do certain things in order to practice law. Well, especially if you're here in America or wherever you're at. Okay. Let me see. I'm sorry. Hot Chocolate says I'm going to WhatsApp. Okay, yeah, WhatsApp me. You already know. You already know. That's all good. So, once again, what you're going to need: green candle, your written command. Think big picture. Think grander vision. Think, something that it's the grand vision. Obviously, the grand vision has a lot of moving parts and other things that contribute to the big vision, right? This is a big vision day. You can also do a big vision thing on the spring equinox, though, too. But you can also back it up with this. All right. So, and then if you know how to make a sigil, I'm just going to paraphrase this real fast because I don't want to get into sigil making. But you want to take your command, whatever your big vision is. So let's just say I am now a corporate law attorney in the state of Wisconsin, right? And you're starting off, you don't even have your GED yet. So there's going to be things that you got to do, but like we're getting into this now magically, right? So you take that statement. There's a lot of different ways. Some people take all the vowels out. So all the A's, the O's, and all that shit, E's, I's, they take that out. And then you're left with a group of letters. And you're going to see repeating letters. There might be several S's, right? So after the first S, you're going to be crossing out every other S until you have this smaller group of just base letters. I personally leave the vowels in there, but I take out any repeating letters. So I'm left with a base group of letters. Now you take these letters and you make like a picture or a glyph or a symbol out of it. Okay, there's tons of videos on how to make a sigil, so I'm not going to go too much into that. So you have your sigil for success, right? In whatever endeavor that you're going, right? This bigger vision thing. Think bigger vision. So then you draw your success sigil and you write, I'm a master builder of wealth and opportunity. And you burn it while saying, by the power of 22, I create and am born anew. My wealth is stable, strong, and true. That is a template incantation. You can use that. It will work perfectly for you. But if you have obviously something that you are doing specifically, I would suggest you add your own sauce to that. All right. That's March 22nd. Okay. And by the way, if we have any time afterwards, I will, if you want me to answer a question for you as far as through divination, through cartomancy, you can do this as well. But please let me know that you sent me something. This fucking bracelet, man. Okay. What is the other day coming up? So March 25th, we have the full moon in Libra. One of my favorite little signs out there. Although they could be naughty sometimes. They could be a little naughty. You know what I'm saying? But you got to love them. So Libra full moon balances money flow, relationships, and what you may say call justice. All right. Now, perfect for money and harmony and partnerships. So if one of these things or all of these things is what you're kind of looking for, this is a good day for that, March 25th. All right. So for this one, we could just call this a financial harmony ritual, right? And besides, don't you want your fortune or and your finances, don't you want them to be harmonious? Harmonious is like it's in harmony, it's in tune, right? It's not trying to force something continuously. Like it's just a harmonious flow. You do what you do. What needs to go out does go out, just like your breath. Your exhale goes out and then your inhale comes in. You know what I'm saying? Nice and harmonious. All right. So what you want to do is for this one, you want a white. You're going to see a lot of green candle action in this month because this is when shit's turning green. This is when that's fertility. And that's why they also call it abundance because everything starts growing again. So you want a white and a green candle. You want $2 bills. $2 bills, not a $2 bill, but you want two $1 bills. All right. Really simple. And even get some rose petals. You can use pink rose petals for this. All right. But depends if you want a little spice to it, you can add some red too. All right. So what you want to do is you light these candles. All right. You place the bills with the petals between them. So here's $1, here's another dollar, and then you have the rose petals right there in between the money. All right. I'd have a nice little cloth on my altar or something that I'm doing this. And then you could just chant. This is once again a template incantation, but you could just say, balance flows. My balance flows and my wealth grows. What I give returns in droves. All right. So with money, you get that? Then you can just keep these bills in your wallet. You can put that sigil for the success that I told you about. You can write that on the dollars. I would say even take it a step further. And if you can, you want to be able to write it. I would write it on the pyramid. Take their shit and use it for your shit. Stop. We need to stop being so reactive and being at effect of what they do. And we need to start, they do certain shit for certain very particular reasons. And this is where now my sorcery has changed because even in studying them, like as far as just their get down, they are very, very particular. They are very specific. They don't just willy-nilly shit. Now, as a sorcerer, it's good to do a lot of work that you have prepared for. Yes, there's going to be times in life that you're going to need to do sorcery on the fly. Okay. There's going to be times where you could do sorcery while you're on a plane because you're in your astral altar doing some shit, or you are, you know what I'm saying? You're doing it on the run, or something just happened to, come up. There's going to be plenty of those times too as well. But what I'm saying is being able to plan your shit out. Once again, this is that master builder type of mentality. All right. Let me see, is this the last day? Yeah. Let's not forget to, let me just add this, your own personal numerology. Okay. So for example, if you were born on the 7th, the 25th, or something like that, then these particular days of any month are also advantageous for you, right? If you are a particular life path, let's say you're a 4 life path, and you figure out which days of the month equates to 4. I'm talking about you add the month, you add the day, and you add the year, and that comes out to 4. That is a power day for you as well. So I wanted to throw that in there for you as well. So the last one we have here is March 29th. All right. Well, for one, 29 equals 11. Okay. In and of itself, to me, 11 is a master number. 11 is also, in and of itself, just a fucking portal number because to me, it looks like 2 pillars or a doorway that you're walking through, right? So 11 to me, in my experience, it just has that effect. All right. So this is also a number of what you might call the master teacher number. So who is your master teacher? Your divine self. All right. Your divine self or your higher self, you can call it your inner daemon, whatever, right? So this is a good day also for, you could say, spiritual wealth. I don't think we pay so much attention to that as we should, or that really would benefit us, because if you get these things, then you don't ever have to worry about like really. I'm not saying you're gonna be a billionaire or a millionaire, but like you just won't have to worry about money like that, because there is a pecking order. And so many times, and it's easy to do this because we've been programmed to do this since day one, but we put money as far as importance. Money is more of the effect, though, is my point. You are the cause. So by putting this, you are putting your own divinity first. And when you put that first, just like the Bible says, put the kingdom first, and then everything else fucking falls in order. That's what they say, right? That's what they're talking about. Hey, what's going on, prophetess? So for this particular day, it is the higher self wealth activation. Okay. And once again, this is more about spiritual wealth. This can also equate into magical abilities, sorcery abilities, psychic faculties, coming online full blast, being able to do some things that are pretty much quite fucking amazing. You might want to kind of keep that under wraps, but it's not all about, even powers or stuff like that, although those just come with the territory. All right. But this is, like I said, spiritual wealth. So what you're going to want for this particular day, on this master teacher day, is let's see here, a purple candle. If you have an amethyst that maybe you've been working with, or that, what I'm saying, amethyst is extremely good for this type of work, and also for sorcery work in general, especially if you're doing a lot of quantum sorcery, mental sorcery. It's a really powerhouse gemstone to have. So purple candle, amethyst, a dollar bill, keep it simple, or a $5 bill, $10 bill, your choice. And I would also suggest you're going to need, if you haven't, like some kind of a journal or something where you can write the effects or what you go through. You want to hindsight this ritual, like think back, and you want to like document this. All right. So you take the purple candle and the amethyst, the money bill, the journal, right? You light the candle. And since we're going to say wealth, we're not just looking at it in terms of physical wealth, but you can if you want to, right? But you want to meditate on your wealthiest self. So, in my opinion, just for me, that would mean my most healthy. Like, how am I feeling? I'm feeling virile. I'm feeling like I got energy. I'm feeling alive. I'm not feeling dredged down. I'm not feeling depressed. You know what I'm saying? I'm healthy. And you don't appreciate your health. Health is wealth. Health is wealth. All right. If your legs got chopped off today, I'll tell you what, even one that's a little bit lighter. If you just got something in your eye on accident, like, something happens and something flies in your eye, and then your eye's all fucked up for a day or two and you can't really see out that eye, you'll give anything to have that fucking eye back to optimum health. If you got a toothache, something as small as a fucking toothache, but it's keeping you up at night and it's almost like bringing you to tears, you'll do anything. You're not. Do you think you're going to be in your most optimum state with that fucking tooth banging like that? No, you're not. You're not. So health is wealth as well. So when I say meditating on your wealthiest self, you can look at the various categories that equal that. All right. As far as the spiritual self, you might want to meditate on the fact that, like, you can, no matter what happens, you're good. No matter what happens, you are good. Like cultivating even a non-attachment in regards to this whole fucking sim. I mean, we're in it to be engaged in it, but also, can you do that from a non-attached point of view? Because it liberates you. You're free. All right. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do this whole meditating on your wealthiest self thing. I'm just giving you some ideas. But you're going to meditate. So you light the purple candle and you're going to meditate on your wealthiest self. And you're going to write a letter to your wealthiest self. That's really what you need a piece of paper for, or this journal for. All right. And you can write the letter in terms of just commanding, or you can command. I like to just command. I'm a commander. But I command that they express themselves through me now. I command that they live and breathe through me now, right? So you can look at it kind of like an integration, all right? And then you can just cap it off by saying something like, I step into my wealthiest timeline now. You can just kind of just keep repeating that. Rock yourself. Or, if you're doing it right before, you could take I like, people don't talk about this, but like certain spells, I'll like take a nap directly right after, just so it goes right the fuck in that portal of that alpha, theta, maybe even / delta state. It's a fertile ground up here. And then you can even keep that letter to yourself under your pillow. That's another prime spot once again. You know what I mean? Because when you go to sleep, or when you're taking a nap and all that, like, that's a very sacred place under your pillow. It really, really is. I put books under my pillow and learn shit from the book that I didn't know that I learned until afterwards. I'm looking through the book, and like I already knew the shit. It's not like I started off knowing it, but like I ended up getting the information to whereas like, and I forgot the book was under my pillow. Thank you, prophetess. Yes, let's put you up there. So we're going to be wrapping this up. If there's anybody who does want a question answered, I would prefer also if you like put it in a yes or no, that'd be great format. But if there's anyone who wants a question, you can also take care of it like this. All right. We're going to be out of here in about 3 or 4 minutes. Are there any questions about anything that I've been talking about here today? Just, I want to give that a chance too. Are there any questions and concerns with any of the numerological dates on that we've been discussing, which I call sorcery portal? It's not just all about the numerology, but there's also different lunar events, thought form created dates such as St. Patrick's Day, which has taken on a life of its own, like all thought forms do eventually. Let me know. I am awaiting. Anybody have any questions or comments? So, if you're really to step the shit up, I mean, really, really step it up. This is like, I'm telling you, we hear about this a lot of times, right? How many times you watching TikTok or Instagram, right? And they're like, oh my God, this one event's about to happen. And it's like, you don't want to, your life will never be the same and all that. And am I saying that there's not going to be any other sorcery portals, like especially super potent ones after this month? No, of course not. But if we're here already in March, isn't it the smarter thing to do to utilize these upcoming dates if possible? We're already here. That's my whole thinking. And if this helps you to prepare maybe some work ahead of time, so like, okay, next Wednesday, I'm finna do this working on that day, or whatever. And it's funny because with the sorcery thing, you never know, like, what are the variables that make the difference between it coming through very powerfully and where, maybe not. You have some, maybe other times it's like, it's not really, I won't say it's a flop, but it definitely doesn't work. Or you may need more. It's not that the sorcery's not working, it just, you need more. You may need to do more. You might need to do a multi-day. You might need to, or I mean, you could do a spell, you can do a ritual like a couple of days in a row, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 9 days. You can do the ritual once a week for 3 weeks, or 5 weeks, or 7 weeks. If you're kind of in a pinch as far as time goes, you can do a ritual several times in one day. There's also that. Okay, since we don't seem to have anything here as far as questions or comments, I'm going to excuse myself. If you missed any bit, go back and check this out. These are secret sorcery portals in March. The remaining like 2 weeks that we have of March is jam packed with them, and this video is proof of it. And I'm also giving you some spell work that you can do on this day. I mean, you can also come up with your own stuff or whatever. Join the Golden Egg of Destiny right now. Get 30 days free access to masteryourmagicnow.com. It's a bonus package, my gift to you. All right. There's also another bonus package. If you join, you get the ritual. You're involved in the ritual. And you also will be able to get your own Shangorian shoe talismans. All right. You notice they're different. See how small they are? See how small they are? Very unintrusive, very thorough. This is what the other side. These are mine. These are my actual ones. Straight out the zapato. All right. I am utilizing, of course, my shit playing cards because, they encompass so much. There's a reason why playing cards, not tarot, playing cards are called the Book of Life. There's a lot of reasons for that. We're not going to get into that right now, but these are very, very powerful in talisman creation. All right. So a lot goes into this. These are specifically designed for you using secret gematria ciphers. And of course, my own secret sorcery sauce, which has gone to a whole other level. I died and came back again, baby. So that goes into this. You'll get a pair of these. All right. And they are different because one goes in the left and one goes in the right. All right. There's a reason for that as well. So go to the page, check it out. Prophetess, thank you. Everyone who joined, thank you. We are about to get out of here because Papa Shangito got to eat. So we're going to do that. And big ups to everybody and much success. And I hope you're getting ready. Let's do some great shit while we're here for this whole, spring equinox time. This is a very fertile time. Take advantage of it. Don't sleep on it. Don't just recreate the last year and the year after. The year before. Let's step into the new. Stop being scary. Let your nuts or your lips hang. All right. Peace.